Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMatch.com here with match number 2 with our budget storm. Yes, we like to play first. This is a keepable hand. We do have not a lot of card draw, but it's keepable. We have the first turn Sleight of Hand that we can try to set up, try to find a Goblin Electromancer, or I think here we just want a Desperate Ravings over a Faithless Looting. And next turn we can start Desperate Ravings to get things in the graveyard. It's going to be a Flagstones of Trocaire. Hopefully not a Thalia next turn. So here we will just... I think we Ravings end of his turn. Because we're still hitting lands. Or in response to a Thalia. If you do a second turn Thalia, that's going to be rough. Suppression Field does very little versus this deck. I can't remember if I don't think it affects Flashback. So we will go ahead and Desperate Ravings, which finds a Manamorphose in the Sleight of Hand. Doesn't find us our land. We do want to hit a land drop. We want 3 lands with Storm. So we'll go Gitaxian Probe first. See what we're up against. Mainboard Suppression Field. So, so it is just... All this is... it's called Enchantment Pillow Fort. We'll play the Steam Vents. And I don't think I try to go off... Yeah, here at all. I think we flash back a Desperate Ravings. No, we want a Desperate Ravings in our graveyard. So, I want the Manamorphose in the graveyard. I guess we could just Faithless Loot. And we find the Pyromancer Ascension. So we're in great shape. So what we want to throw a Desperate Ritual in the graveyard. And it doesn't really matter at this point what the other one is. We can throw the Pyretic Ritual because it's not going to be... Yeah, I think Pyretic Ritual is overkill at this point. Because we have all these Desperate Rituals. Or we could just go Desperate Ravings. Yeah, Desperate Ravings will be the card. And then... we'll Pyromancer Ascension, and we will try to go off next turn. Uh-oh. We just lost the game to a top deck Ruined Halo. I don't think I can win except for... we're going to try to get out 4 Goblin... Yeah, that's a bummer. Oh, we can Thought Scour him to death. Never mind, we can Thought Scour him. Can we? I think we can. We need to find all of our Pyromancer Ascensions. I still think we try for it here. Alright, so here we're going to first Desperate Ritual. Which puts a counter on the Pyromancer Ascension. And then we'll go for another one. Which puts another counter. And now we can just safely Manamorphose. And we'll add a blue and a red. There's a Goblin Electromancer. We will cast it. It is one of the better cards. And a blue and a red again. And then Goblin Electromancer. And we should be able to... we just need to find all of the... Thought Scours. And we can still win by Thought Scours. There's another Goblin Electromancer. We will cast it. Just makes our Pass in Flames cost less. We'll Pyretic Ritual. And Desperate Ravings. Which hopefully can find us no Pyromancer Ascensions in... We'll Faithless Loot here just so we can get rid of these lands because we can play a land. I don't know if that matters. We want to find the Pyromancer Ascensions now. So we'll throw this away and a Passive Flames away. And an Island and a Sleight of Hand away. And then I'm sure I don't want to use these Thought Scours quite yet. So I think we're going to use our first Past in Flames. And then we can go for the Manamorphose. And then the second one. And I don't want to loot quite yet again. We'll just flash back all of these. We can loot that away because we don't need it. Jeez, where's our other Pyromancers? Get rid of both of these. And both of these. So 24 cards left in our deck. Still no Pyromancer Ascensions. There it is. So get rid of this and a Pyretic Ritual. Now we'll get rid of the Desperate Ravings. Cast the Pyromancer Ascension. Get a counter. On the Pyromancer Ascension. And this way we can cast a Pyretic Ritual to get another counter. Now let's see if there's another. There's still another Manamorphose. And there's the other Pyromancer Ascension. Gotta be careful of our own time clock and graveyard. But let's see if we can find the last Pyromancer Ascension. And let's get one more counter on here. So this will be able to loot us. Actually, we probably this is probably all we want. Because do I need our last Pyromancer? Because we have to worry about drawing 3 cards ourselves per turn. So this is gonna. Well, I think we're good. We'll Thought Scour him. See if we can get there. Because we're drawing 3 cards per milling. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if this actually works. If we just milled too much. Because this isn't a major, it's a must. He's down to 34 and we're down to 9. And I guess we can go for the other. Yeah, we're down to 5, and it's not going to get us there. So I think that maybe we just try to kill him with Goblin Electromancers rather than anything else. Because the storm count from. Where's our other? We've looted the other Goblin. And yeah, I don't think we're going to get there with the Thought Scour route. Get to see a lot of his deck, though. He's got another Ruined Halo. he has a Wrath of God here. And a Ghostly Prison. We can actually attack. I think that we'll go on to next team. I don't think there's a way I'm going to kill him in time. So we'll bring in the Echoing Truth, though, and we'll be fine with that. Because the Echoing Truth is our answer to his deck. I don't really think we bring in Empty the Warrens. I don't think we need to bring in anything except these Echoing Truths. And I think I'll just take out some Desperate Ravings. And we'll submit this. So he can bring in maybe Leyline of Sanctity, which is another card I'll have to Echoing Truth. And possibly some... Oh, Rest in Peace. So it's another deck that just kind of hoses out our graveyard strategy or our one way of killing our opponent with Grapeshot. So again, Empty the Warrens is just weird versus a deck that he's gonna keep in his Wrath of Gods. So let's go. Let's play first. And I love this hand because of 2 Pyromancer Ascension, but of course no lands, so we're going to mulligan it. And we'll keep this. And put the Sleight of Hand on top. Land Sanctity I don't care about again. It doesn't do anything versus Echoing Truth. So we will go ahead and just Gitaxian Probe. Oh, I can't Gitaxian Probe myself. And the Sulfur Falls will come into play. Tap, though. So we can't go first turn Sleight of Hand. Hopefully he doesn't have a Rest in Peace. We do kind of have to race it. Need to find a Pyromancer Ascension. There it is. So we'll go ahead and just throw out another. I won't be using anything this turn, so another Sulfur Falls is fine. And pass turn. Our opponent missed a land drop, though, so this is really good for us. Gitaxian Probe will actually get it online. Don't think I want a Faithless Looting yet. It's going to be a card that we'll use. Is there another way I can get another counter on? Because we do want these Gitaxian Probes. I'm just going to do it one more time. And there's a Manamorphose. So we will attempt to go off next turn. I could Faithless Looting right now, which I think I will do. So we'll duplicate and just hopefully throw a lot of lands in the bin. I don't want to Thought Scour or land. Next turn we can duplicate. So Desperate Ravings and an island can go in the bin. And then Pass in Flames and Thought Scour. So we should be able to go off next turn unless he top decks a land, Rest in Peace. And then I'm in trouble. It looks like our opponent, again, missed his land. He thinks he's got a lock, but we do have the Echoing Truth. We'll just play the Steam Vents and go ahead and go crazy here with the Manamorphose. Have to be a little bit aware of our time. We can Desperate Ritual, sure. And now we just need to find the... We'll definitely Thought Scour ourselves. And now, where's that Faithless Looting? We can get rid of these lands. Okay, there's our Echoing Truth. So we just need to find the Grapeshot now. Here we can just get rid of Pyretic Ritual. And we'll go, let's do another Manamorphose. bring up our graveyard, see what we have in the bin. Play the other Pyromancer Ascension. We do have a Sleight of Hand in the bin, so this will put a counter. And just get a Desperate Ritual is fine. And Thought Scour is fine. Go ahead and play the Thought Scour. Whoops. Have to choose myself here. And might as well play an Electromancer, sure. And Desperate Ritual. Spliced. Which this gives me way enough mana. And now we just need to find the Grapeshot. Okay, Path is fine. We have plenty of mana now. And let's go ahead and find... Let's just go ahead and use, for time's sake, we can Desperate Ravings. Whoops. Let's see, where's our Pass in Flames? And then we can this will hopefully find our Grapeshot. Still don't see the Grapeshot. This should find the Grapeshot. There's Grapeshot. Now we just need to cast back the Manamorphose. And then Grapeshot him for a bazillion. Alrighty. Go on to our sideboard here. Again, I don't think we need anything. I don't care necessarily for lightning bolts. I mean, lightning bolts could actually give an alternate win condition through if he does have a Ruined Halo. But I think that we will just Echoing Truth. The problem with we do need double Echoing Truth because he gives all his enchantments hexproof. Yeah, I don't think lightning bolt is the answer. We could run 2 lightning bolts, then they can do a maximum of, well, they do 9 damage each. Possibly, if we had even more out, we could kill with lightning bolt. But I probably want to go down in some cards to. Yeah, it might be worth it though. I don't know. I don't think it's the route to go. We'll submit this. We have to play quickly on this. So unfortunately though, that top deck Ruined Halo game 1 was huge. Ugh, another hand we have to mulligan. And unfortunately we have to mulligan this as well. And this one. And we'll keep a 3-lander with Pyromancer Ascension. This I don't think is going to get there. Put that on top. Sure. Another Leyline of Sanctity. I'm not worried about this card at all. I wonder if he just mold to a Leyline of Sanctity. Good news is we have like Land Go, which is pretty good against a deck that's trying to shut us down. But the mole is very, very... Core Firewalker is also a pain. So we are sort of on a clock because it takes a while for us to get there. But, I mean, Core Firewalker is just going to make it more annoying for every spell I cast. And rest in peace. That might actually get us. Because now the Pyromancer Ascension cannot go off. So, I don't know if I can actually get there. We have to Echoing Truth. So we just have to keep, hopefully, land going until we... Yeah, and Faithless Looting is not going to do it. So, we do have 2 Desperate Rituals. I'd love to see like a Goblin Electromancer. Another Pyromancer. Oops, I should have played the other Pyromancer. So, if we do get the Echoing Truth, I want to see a Goblin Electromancer next turn, or a land. And if we do get the Echoing Truth, we can just echo back the rest of the piece. It will cost us 1 echo, but we'll still have the other Echoing Truth in our hand, unless there's something else. Heliod. Heliod puts us on a huge clock. We basically have to try to go off this turn. We could try one more turn with a Pyromancer Ascension, but that puts us kind of weird with this Gitaxian Probe. So I think I'm just going to cast Gitaxian Probe. And there's a Thought Scour that doesn't do anything as well. Echoing Truth won't. We could Desperate Ritual. Maybe just we have to loot here. I don't think we need this other Pyromancer's Ascension. It's just a dead card. Past in Flames, a dead card. And the other Pyromancer's Ascension is also a dead card. And we'll try to Sleight of Hand to try to find us what we need. And I don't want either of these. I think I'll just get a Mountain. Play a Mountain, and next turn we're just going to just Hail Mary Desperation. But the rest in peace is just... There's a lot of clutch cards. This is another extremely hard matchup. Anything that affects our graveyard is tough for Storm. And this is when you don't run Storm, when you know a lot of these decks exist in the metagame. And then when the metagame adjusts, then you can come in and win against decks that... Or in a Thought Scour, hopefully we can find something. See, there's no Echoing Truth so far. We will Manamorphose. I guess Thought Scour. But that rest in peace. And now I don't have enough mana. Alrighty. 2 really, really incredibly tough matchups. We'll go on to 2 more games, see if we can get a good match. This is Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Playing on a Budget. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Gathering Magic and check out our Playing on a Budget playlist, which contains every episode. Thanks again, and hope to see you soon.